This morning I weighed myself and I weighed about 182.6 pounds, which is perfect. I'm 5 days out from competition and I just need to weigh under 182 for that. So we're in a good spot. I really just need to maintain my current diet. As long as I do that, I should be chilling. But I just wanted to take you guys through what I eat in a day to stay, strong and lean and whatnot. Yeah, feeling pretty lean right now. So I usually like to start the day off with some coffee. And if you really want to be strict on your diet, you gotta measure everything, even small things like coffee creamer. Yeah, you can't be snacking on stuff and not tracking it, because for example, if you had 3 cups of coffee one day, depending on how much creamer you use, you could be using 200, 300 calories worth of creamer, and you're out of luck. Whenever you're measuring your food, you need to weigh it. If you're using measuring cups, for example, I'm about to have oatmeal. If you're using a measuring cup for that, and say you want 1 cup of oatmeal, so that's supposed to be that would be 80 grams, right? If you scoop that in and really pack that in there, it's gonna be more dense, and it's gonna end up being 100, 120 grams or something. So in order for it to really be accurate, you gotta weigh it. There you go. See, there, right there, I got 86 grams. I like salt in my oatmeal. Adds a little extra taste. Stick that in the microwave for about a minute or 2. And then cut up a banana. You gotta weigh the banana. It's about 137 grams. And then I like brown sugar oatmeal, it's pretty good. Let's see how much a tablespoon of that is. So that would be 16 grams. Mix that all up. And the goal for today is I have 2,900 calories, 190 grams of protein, I think 355 grams of carbs, and then 80 grams of fat. So, and one thing about say if you're a snacker, if you really want to be strict on your diet, you have to track every single thing. And it's not the fact that say you have a slice of cake, or you have a little bite of cake, right? It's not the fact that the little bite of cake isn't gonna mess up your whole diet, but it's that mentality. As soon as you break that mentality to have that little bite of cake, it's a slippery slope after that. Everything comes crumbling down. You need to be in that locked in mindset. And since there's not a whole lot of protein in that meal, it's mostly just carbs. I'm gonna have a protein shake. This is my personal favorite. My sister kind of found this for me. She's obsessed with organic stuff. She used to make her own bread and butter and stuff. And so she always does a bunch of research on, what hasn't really been processed. And this is something she found and got me for Christmas one year, and I've been hooked on it ever since. So Earth Fed Muscle, if you're looking for a protein brand. 41 grams. But yeah, here we go. Breakfast of champions. So for lunch, I made boneless, skinless chicken breast, white rice, and asparagus fried on the skillet. For my rice, I like to add a little bit of butter and salt to taste. This is some asparagus my grandmother picked up from the farmer's market the other day, so thought I'd put it to good use, throw it on the skillet and fry it up. As for the chicken breast, I had already baked it previously, like a couple days ago. So I don't really like microwaving it, especially after I went through all that work to bake it. So I went ahead and threw it on the skillet with the asparagus, and it actually ended up turning out pretty well. And once the rice starts boiling, you just got to cover it up and lower the heat and let it simmer. And there's lunch. So in terms of supplementation, these are the supplements I take. I take vitamin D3, I take fish oil, I take vitamin B complex, and then turmeric, and then I take 5 grams of creatine a day. So you guys are going to have to bear with me a little bit on the cooking. I am super uncultured when it comes to food. I literally just cook whatever meets my nutritional needs and whatever tastes like decent. So for dinner, I made some spaghetti, that whole wheat spaghetti that is, with some lean ground turkey. I don't know about you guys. I like shorter noodles, so I always break them in half before I put them in the pot. Especially if you're cooking them with like ground meat or something. If you don't break the noodles and you just have a bunch of long noodles, it just does not mix well with the meat. And I usually make a really big portion, and then I like calculate, the whole meal, and I split it between 4 portions. That way I can spread out each portion throughout the next couple days. This is a good option if you have like a big lift or something the next day, because it's really carb heavy. And there's dinner. For dessert, I like to get a bunch of fruit, chop it up, and mix it in with the 000 Greek yogurt. It's pretty good, and it's high in protein. So along with the yogurt and the fruit, I like to mix in some pecan halves, and I actually like putting in dry oats and a little bit of chocolate chips. Then I just chop up the bananas and the strawberries and mix it in with the blueberries and everything else. So let's see, after eating everything today, 190. Wow, that's actually a lot more than I thought. Interesting. So that's my full day of eating. Hopefully you guys found that somewhat enjoyable or helpful or something. Peace.